Naoko, owner of Keto Teas, and you're watching the iced tea sampler tea box video, and welcome. I am so excited for this content because the possibilities are super endless with the plethora of flavors of iced tea. So if you are watching this, you may have been gifted or purchased the iced tea sampler set. And did you know that in the United States, about 90% or more people drink iced tea, which, isn't really a surprise. So I'm so excited to share with you the tasting of this box. So in it, you would have received 4 teas: the Sikkim Temi Twist, which is a black tea, as well as 3 botanical blends, which are all caffeine free: berry lemonade, blueberry tango, and citrus grove sunrise. So I'm gonna start with the pure tea, which is the Sikkim. Now, Sikkim is a phenomenal northern tea garden estate located in the really high mountains of the eastern Himalayas, and I discovered this amazing single origin tea many years ago. At least I would say more than a decade ago, and I was blown away. It almost has the kind of Darjeeling characteristic of the high floral bouquet, the top note, and then you'll taste the kind of like sweet lingering notes, and then there is astringency, but the astringency is so soft. It is distinctive of a Cumulus sinensis. So I have it brewed here. Look at this gorgeous, okay, right here. I'm wearing a magenta sweater today because of a lot of our iced teas are these beautiful magenta tones, but this is a pure tea, and I'll hold it like this so you can see through, but it has this very beautiful golden amber hue, and this was actually cold steeped, which means that the standard way to brew a tea, which is a teaspoon per 8 ounces, very easy to remember, a teaspoon per cup, is the standard. So you just put that in filtered cold water and you let it steep in the refrigerator for at least a minimum of an hour. A black tea, probably not necessarily overnight because the astringency comes through. Black tea has caffeine in it, not as high as coffee, but in the tea spectrum, the tea category spectrum, it is considered high, about 45 milligrams of caffeine for those who are interested, on average. And so caffeine is water soluble, so you'll taste it as in terms of a spectrum of bitterness, a range of bitterness, but bitter and astringent is different, and that's for a different video. So I wouldn't recommend cold steeping overnight because those astringent notes will come through a little too much. But so this was steeped for about no more than 2 hours in the refrigerator. It's so good. I hope that either you brewed it prior to watching this video, or as you're watching, you're going to hit pause and you're going to go to say to yourself that you need to go steep this now. So for the standard, it's a beautiful hot tea as well, teaspoon per 8 ounces. I do recommend steeping at 185 degrees, which is 20 degrees lower than the standard boiling. Why? Because it's very delicate, almost close to like a green tea in terms of the oxidation, the processing, the manufacturing. It's just gently applied, so it's not like a full-bodied black tea. It's a medium-bodied black tea. But when you brew it at that lower temperature, the beautiful floral and almost the Meyer lemon citrus note is gonna sing through like a symphony. I kid you not. So go ahead and steep this so you can enjoy this stunning, vibrant black tea. Now, I did name this tea Sikkim for the origin, and Temi for the name of the tea estate, and then a twist because life life is too short to end it there, so you want to have fun with your tea beverages as well. So I went ahead and filled a cocktail shaker. Don't get too excited. This one is spirit free, so I didn't put any liqueur in this, but I put it in ice cubes in a cocktail shaker. Notice a condensation, so it's very cold within my hands, and I squeeze in fresh lemon. Just squeeze half a lemon, a little less than half a lemon. Well, to your liking, you could do whatever you want at home. And then we're gonna go ahead and shake this, and you'll take the cap off entirely. Let's see if I could take this. Yes, because you want all that luxurious iced tea foam that we just created by shaking it, and voila, we pour it into a tall glass is my recommendation. And from a straight Sikkim tea to now a shaken with fresh lemon. Look at that, yum. So the floral notes are a little masked, but they're still subtly there with that fresh zingy lemon. You could do it with a lime, you can do it with a orange as well, but I do recommend a lemon goes very well with this black tea. So enjoy. Isn't that fun? Now I'm just going to backtrack a little bit that you received biodegradable tea sachets also in the tea box. And I put that there because I didn't want to assume that everybody is familiar with loose leaf tea brewing. So, but if you are, if you aren't, if this is your first time steeping loose leaf tea, use that as a sachet. You fill it with tea and you steep it primarily with hot water. I haven't really experimented. You don't need it, sorry, for cold steeping. And I actually, when I cold steep the Sikkim Black Temi Twist, I put it in this almost mason jar. Hey, this is an American classic, why not? And I put, and this is 24 ounces to this mark, and all the way is another, I'm assuming like 4 to 8, so like 4 cups, 32, a little shy of 42 if you fill it to all the way to the top. So I put in basically the standard brewing, so just, this is a little shy of 4, so 4 teaspoons, and I put it in the refrigerator covered, and then obviously I strained the tea so you don't see it here, but you just strain it with a strainer. Hopefully you have that. Any sieve will do. Strain the tea leaves, and there you go. That's so amazing to brew loose leaf tea teas. And then also behind me is the Miracle Tea Brewer, so you can also put the loose leaf tea in here, and this is another video that you can find on our YouTube site. So just Miracle Tea Brewer is the search name for it, but the bottom line is you don't need any fancy kitchen accessory to steep loose leaf tea. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, no joke. So if you are familiar with loose leaf teas, you can go ahead and give those sachets, empty sachets, to someone else to share the joy of brewing loose leaf teas at home. Okay, so that was Sikkim Temi Twist, and then I'm going to go ahead and jump to, no, that was actually the excuse me, I'll put the Sikkim Temi aside. Maybe I'll put this aside in the background. So that's a second to remind me what I just steeped. This beautiful, that kind of looks like, seriously, looks like a very light amber, like cognac or something. But it's tea. Super healthy for you. Okay, so I'm going to jump to Citrus Grove Sunrise. This is a botanical blend, so naturally caffeine free. It is a botanical means fundamentally just dried citrus, in this case fruit and flowers, and so the standard steeping recommendation is 1.5 teaspoons. Notice that Keto Tea's teas are very voluminous, and when you look at the blend, you really see like huge slices of dried orange slices, which you're not going to see many tea companies do. So be delighted, as I am. And so Citrus Grove Sunrise, oh my gosh, so I wrote this in the copy. You will have received a tasting sheet like this, which take you through the journey guide. And I, hopefully my love for teas comes through as I write everything. Is that the possibilities are endless. Right now, it's ironic that I'm shooting the iced tea sampler video, but it's actually a little cold and wintry outside. It depends on where you are, but clementines are super available. Clementines or mandarin oranges or these cuties, oranges are available. So I actually slice them. You can see I slice these into wedges, and oh my gosh, I could just drink this all day. I added it to the Citrus Grove Sunrise, and speaking of sunrise, you can also add tequila or vodka, kind of like a neutral white liqueur to make it into a cocktail if you would like. But I also kind of put it in the copy that you can actually brew this really strong and concentrated as a hot. So instead of like say a teaspoon per cup, you can do like quadruple the amount, like so 4 teaspoons, and you make this really concentrated Citrus Grove Sunrise. And then you can use it as a base for cooking. One of the things that I would recommend is to make a citrus vinaigrette. So to the tea, you would add maybe a hint, just a hint, because it acts as a little bit of the citrus vinegar. So a hint of maybe vinegar, and then extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper, and then you can coat it to any spring mixed greens of your liking. Yeah, so the possibilities are endless. You could add maybe club soda to it, a tonic water for a spirit-free cocktail, and I'm gonna put that aside. So delish, caffeine free, yum. And then let's see. Another fun thing is, let's go to Blueberry Tango. This is the intentional sweater color that I'm wearing right now. Voila, so look at that. It's almost like you could do a camouflage. Okay, not quite camouflage, but you understand. So this is Blueberry Tango. I think I didn't mention the standard steeping for these iced teas with like voluminous ingredients is a 1.5 teaspoons. So basically a heaping teaspoon per cup. And you could either cold steep, or you could also, in the guide, I wrote the recommendation for flash chilling. So a lot of people like me, we don't have a lot of time and we want to go fast. So just brew it hot as a concentrate, double strength, right? 3 teaspoons per cup. And then you pour it over a glass, another 8-ounce glass filled with ice cubes. And then you can enjoy your iced tea in a flash, in a jiffy. Basically, in no more than 5 minutes. You could brew this as long as 10. If you're cold steeping, you could brew this overnight. As long as you're using quality water and the quality teas that Kita Teas offers. You can steep these teas. They're naturally caffeine free, so they don't have tea, the traditional tea in them. So there will be no astringency. You'll just have a more pronounced, concentrated, juicy, berry, hibiscusy, flavor profiles that come out. So it's quite fun to explore the journey. Steeping tea is more of an art than a science, so you can really have fun with it. So, but this one is actually cold steeped, this for no more than 2 hours. And what's exciting is it's called Blueberry Tango, Tango for dancing, because it is a medley of 14, yes, you heard that correctly, you read that correctly, 14 berries. This is like Shazam of berries coming together. But you'll also notice, like within the berries, so just to name a few of the berries, you can always go to Kita Tea's website to find out all the ingredients that are in our blends. But this one starts with elderberries. There's grapes. Grapes is a berry, yes. But the fourth berry is actually juniper. Yes, I'm going to pause there. Juniper. So for those who do love their cocktails and are really into understanding how certain botanicals are cold pressed or what have you, juniper actually is the foundation to gin. So it has the floral and then the subtle spice note. So another fun thing you can do with Blueberry Tango is you take let's say 3 teaspoons of Blueberry Tango, and then you'll infuse it in vodka also, or excuse me, you could do it with vodka, but I meant to say gin. My favorite gin of the moment that really complements our teas is the Botanist. The Botanist is like a myriad of botanical ingredients that are crafted beautifully, and I have infused Blueberry Tango in the Botanist gin and then made a gin and tonic just by putting so you take the base liqueur, and you can find it on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. That's where I'm most active on making additional recipes. But you can make a gin tea concentrate, and then you add your favorite tonic water. I love Fever Tree. And I know I'm like just calling out these brands. It's not like I'm being endorsed or anything. It's just like my love for the quality products that these companies produce, and they are complementary to what we offer. So that's why I love to recommend the best of the best. Okay, so that's Blueberry Tango. I'm gonna put this over here. Look at that. See? Oh, let's put it on. Wait, on the other side so you can continue to see, because my head is in the way. Okay. Stop. Okay, so you see that. So that's Blueberry Tango. Yum, yum, yum. And then the fourth one is, get excited. So recently I purchased a Soda Stream. I do love, I think sparkling water is kind of polarizing as well. You either don't care for it or care for it. I think for some people who are sensitive stomachs, or acidity is could be, I think the bubbly kind of can exacerbate the kind of acidic tone of the stomach. But I do love, like, especially if I love eating, if you can't tell, if you're eating kind of like a heavy meats and you really want a palate cleanser, that's why people eat salads and what have you. But ooh, did you hear that? Ooh, I just stole the thunder for myself. Ta-da! Basically, you could see the bubbly. So can you see the bubbly? I'm gonna go really closer. Look at that. Okay, so I purchased a Soda Stream because I do love sparkling waters. But why not enhance my Kita Tea's blends and What's surprising is that this is the carbonation at the lowest bubble setting. So I purchased one that has low, medium, high. I haven't even gone high because the lowest setting has a lot of bubbles. I mean, this is bubbles, basically CO2 directly from the tank, and then you press a button and psh, it comes out. So I steeped, cut to the chase, berry lemonade, cold steeped it for 2 hours. All the standard recommendations that I mentioned, and let me just lift this up. Hopefully I could talk into at the same time. Why not serve this to you, yourself, or your guests? This beautifully sparkled berry lemonade. Elegance in a glass. It's so good. I mean, it's really good hot. It's really good ice. It's extremely delicious carbonated. So if you don't have a soda stream, what you can do is also make a concentrate, the quadruple strength, and then, you know, add your favorite, whether it's Pellegrino or you know, any Pellegrino, or I don't what is it? Pellegrino is rarely available, but like La Croix or what have you, and you can make your own bubbly. And you know, I really think the future for beverages is in spirit-free cocktails. There's a lot of data and just customer behavior changing in terms of wanting to have a more healthier diet and still want to have these explorative discoveries and what have you. So this berry lemonade sparkled, I have to have some more, really will be amazing to you. I actually, you know, this is really good probably to complement with salads or a full course meal, and even probably can be enjoyed with like a chocolate mousse as a palate cleanser too. So here's to you, cheers to you. Thank you so much for watching this iced tea box sampler video. We are more than a tea company. We are based on a social mission of advocating for women and children in underserviced communities as well. So thank you so much. Enjoy your teas, spread the love, and I am spreading the love and light.